what it is. We're here, right? It's another Saturday night. And we got a large cigar, Toro. Is it a 6x52? I'll tell you right now because I got a whole box of them. Son of a bitch. 6x55. Okay, a 6x55. Kind of an odd dimension. Obviously, it's box press, so it makes it. Once you box press a cigar, it makes it more difficult to gauge it by the eye, as opposed to being round or parejo. I did pick up 4 or 5 packs, or it was just listed at 20 cigars. And there's another one in the box. I paid $99 on Cigar Page. That's $5 a stick. $25 a bundle. You're smoking Montecristo for the whole fucking month, buddy. And not only that, they gave me this nice swag, nice pack of cards. We'll throw that into the live. That's pretty cool. Now, we're gonna play games. We'll get to that. But yeah, so this is a Nicaraguan Puro, and I had one years ago. I'll come back to it. Because the question is, when I had one years ago, could I have been off? Could the cigar have been off? You know, where was my palate at? Where was the cigar? Was the cigar kept in too wet situation? You know, that's the question. It's good to retest cigars, especially cigars that aren't a limited use. Like if a cigar is a one-time deal, then it really doesn't matter because your experience, no matter what, whether you like it or dislike it, is going to be limited. But this is a release that's been out for quite some time now. Not like 10 years, but I think a few years. So I think this came out when I was in Colorado. It's a nice reddish brown, nice, like almost medium brown, not a dark brown, definitely not a black looking cigar, medium brown looking cigar. The pack is rather full. Now I gotta say though, the look of Montecristo and their Montecristo cigars, they always look so nice. I already cut the cap, but I mean presentation, banding, nothing bad to say about it. Honey sweet graham crackers. So anyways, yeah, soft, gentle heat. I can't stress it enough of the importance of Cigar Page. They're not paying me to say this, although they did give me a free pack of cards. If that's a bribe, no, that's what it is. You think about this. I'm smoking this cigar $5 every time. So every time, if I would have bought this at a shop in Pennsylvania, easily $20 to $25 for this cigar. In New York, oh fuck, $40. Well, yeah, it's crazy. So for a regular guy, if they ever shut down like Cigar Page or like online stuff like that, it's not that I would totally quit cigars, but it would be like once a week. If there was no deals, the good thing is because tobacco's naturally growing, they got to get rid of the stuff because they're going to make more, and they only have so much room in their warehouses. Someone's got to smoke this shit, or at least buy it. And there is a difference between buying cigars and smoking cigars. And there's a difference between just burning a cigar and paying attention, reviewing a cigar, or whatever. Hating on a cigar, hating on a brand, blindly hating on it, and then there's hate that's deserved. Nothing worse than buying something that's a piece of shit. Can't stress that enough. Now, you might have a piece of shit in your life. Maybe you're the piece of shit in your own life. All right, you got a gambling problem? You're your own piece of shit. You got a drug problem? You're your own piece of shit. I can't help you if you're into other stuff, like hurting animals or raping people. I have no advice on that. You're just jump off a cliff. But if you got a problem with, like, you know, some alcohol, maybe you should take it easy. You know, maybe you should take it easy. It's got a nice sweetness off the bat. These matches suck. I did get these matches from Cigar International, and each match is thinner, and dude, nobody knows how to make quality match. Everything is cheap now. The matches are fake, relationships are fake, dating is fake, women are fake, and we know that's the case. We know that's the case. You don't see guys getting boob jobs and painting their face like a clown in the morning. It is what it is. I like this cigar. Well, a gentle summer's eve. Oof, summer's eve. We're talking about douching, washing that chocha. That's a brand, Summer's Eve. There's nothing worse than disgusting chocha. If you ain't washing yourself and then taking care of it, it's the fuck. Disgusting. Disgusting. There's stories in the Old Testament where the king would have his women bathe in the 7 baths. It was a ritual, 7 baths. Not 5, not 4. You wash that chocha 7 times. The first chocha, the first bath is just guaranteed. By the time you probably get to the 3rd bath, you're like, why are we still washing? You know why. You know why. Trying to wash away all your mistakes. This is a great cigar. Medium plus, plenty of character, a tingling, happy level of spice. Quite nice. Lots of cedar. Now, it's definitely a toned down version, they said, of the regular 1935, which came out before this, and they said they held the tobacco back for this, and it's using a lower priming wrapper. The regular 1935 is strong for any cigar, and even strong for AJ. If you haven't had the classic 1935, I recommend it. But get ready to have your back blown out. Get ready to have a Diddy pasta party. Drizzle, drizzle. Get ready to be... I don't want to talk about Diddy's mom. The point is, though, that regular 1935 is totally different direction. This, though, is comfortable. It's almost easy to love. Graham cracker, lots of cedar. City's going crazy tonight. They got about 60 people here. Oof, right in my chocho. Enjoyable. Wow. It's like that guy wants to ask the 2 cops in this town for a ticket. Why you gotta rev your engine that hard? Right in the city square. The cops park right in the center by the Porta-John. I'm not joking. There's 2 fucking Porta-Johns. It's a regular Porta-John, and there's actually a wide handicap, or really what it's for is BB fucking W's. Big back bitches. BBB. Big back bitches. 500, 600 pound fucking choach. Finish is long and heavy. I like the cigar. Slightly syrupy sweetness as well. I'm gonna give it time, come back, but I would say the cigar's got good complexity, good flavor. It doesn't feel like a basic bitch or an average or a boring fucking cigar at all. We're at a heavy medium plus right there. I got a feeling it's gonna pick up, and we're gonna find out about that. Enjoyable, yes. A semi-strong cigar, not boring at all. Strong for Montecristo is what I mean by that. compared to the classic white label or the classic series Montecristo, the original, it'd be strong compared to that. However, over the years, you had the AJ stuff really ramp it up his ass. So we'll come back. Do I like this cigar? I really like this cigar. I'm not sure exactly the message yet, but it's really enjoyable. It's really enjoyable. The finish is very nice as well. So if you see these on sale on Cigar Page, sign up for their stuff, and you're getting $25 5-packs, you can't beat that, guys. Guys, you can't have a fun time for $5 anywhere. You got 5 nights in a row. You can't get a $5 woman. You can't go get a $5 meal. Where? What the fuck are you gonna eat? Well, come on. So for $5, you got an hour and a half. Really, you look forward to it all day. You have the cigar. Then afterwards, you feel great. You sleep great. Cigars are healthcare. You could take that to the fucking bank. Welcome back. There we go right there. No need for touch-up. That cherry came off nice. The draw is great. We're at a gentle medium full. So not a weak cigar at all. Well, not exactly a ballsy cigar, but probably not for everyone. It's in the realms of a beginning to be a strong cigar. When I say gentle medium full, I mean around about 70% strength. How's the darkness though? Well, darkness is right there around 65 to 70%. So it's not extremely dark cigar, but it feels kind of like in the realm of like a light sun-grown. So it definitely feels lighter than like a Maduro or definitely a Oscuro. So is it a good cigar? Oh, it's a great cigar. Band is on point. The production value, construction, the smoke, the burn, the draw. The finish is pretty long and pretty heavy. So who would like this kind of cigar? It's definitely not, if you're into like a Padron 64 Maduro, this is not in the same kind of category. But it's not as, let's say, lighter as, let's say, I would consider it around or maybe slightly stronger and heavier in some aspects of the Añejo, but the Añejo is going to be darker. But the some kids are yelling. Hey, remember, this is coming in one size. No, I think this is in multiple sizes. So this is in 50. Yes, when I remember I read the review, this came in a few sizes though. I don't know if this is the last size I had though. This is the 55 gauge. So this would be the largest one, I assume. I don't know if they're coming at 60 gauge. So if you get this in a smaller gauge, expect spice to pick up. So it definitely has some black pepper spice to it. But it's not a real ballsy cigar, but it's definitely not a weak cigar. It's hitting a nice category, in my opinion, if you kind of want a comfortable, strong cigar. Strong for Montecristo, minus obviously if you go to the 1935. So strong and heavy for Montecristo, but not strong for like AJ or Padron. And the key to this is they gave this tobacco more time to age. And you'll notice that. So it definitely is using, in my opinion, it feels like some strong tobacco, but they gave it more time to mellow out. It's not like it was a mellow cigar to begin with. So this could be a good cigar to age yourself and let it sit around for a year or two. I don't think it's going to hurt the blend. It's definitely not weak tobacco. It's just tobacco from the initial inception that they gave some more time in aging tobacco in bales. And I think it's actually quite lovely. I might say I almost love this cigar in this 55 gauge. And I'm not a huge fan of larger gauge, but the 55 in box press, it almost feels like a 52 if it was a Parejo and a round cigar. The wrapper quality is fantastic. Nothing bad to say about that. Construction is flawless. You get some nice graham cracker sweetness, a little bit of syrupy sweetness, definitely a good amount of black pepper, and there is a little bit of earth going on as well, but it's not an earth bomb or that kind of Nicaraguan vibe. I think that happens a lot in Nicaraguan cigars because most times when they're selling you Nicaraguan cigars, but Nicaraguan tobacco, obviously, it's younger tobacco. I've heard it said from multiple people that the reason, there's many reasons people like the Nicaraguan cigars because they're strong and earthy, powerful and spicy, And the manufacturers, it's the cheaper, the young. What makes the tobacco cheaper? The younger tobacco, in a sense. But that's what a lot of the clients like about Nicaraguan, and perhaps that's also a situation where, for decades, Dominican cigars were dominant on the lighter Connecticut shade and maybe a sun-grown, but that kind of vibe. But using more aged tobacco, which gets more expensive. On the Nicaraguan cigar side, people were embracing this younger, strong tobacco, and maybe not realizing it was younger. That's what made it strong. It just was strong because it was Nicaraguan, right? But in a way, that's kind of false, because there are strong Dominican cigars that can blow your chocha out. Go see LFD, which has some very strong Dominican tobacco. But that's a rarity in that community, because most of the time with Dominican cigars, it's using more age on the tobacco. So if you want to go into a high-end Fuente, you'll see that they really age their cigars, like an Anejos or Opus X or a Rare Pink. But you get some balls in that, but it's very toned down a little bit, because due to a lot of age that Fuente's using over at Chateau Fuente. So it's a classy Nicaraguan cigar. It almost feels like if a Nicaraguan cigar was trying to be like a classy Dominican, almost like a Fuente in this case. So I can recommend this cigar. If you like higher end Fuentes, that kind of vibe, you might like something like this. It's been out for a while, and I don't really need to promote it. And it belongs to a brand under a large corporation, under Altitas, under AJ, under Montecristo. That, at the end of the day, no one probably cares. But it's good to revisit blends that I think are solid blends. And the fact that you can get these occasionally, because I was looking at other websites and they were selling 10 count boxes for like $220. Because this at a store is around $23, give or take. Even at PA, it's not a cheap cigar. So to get them liquidated from time to time on Cigar Page for not even half, like 75% off, more than like 85% off. $5 a stick versus 23, give or take, so it's to say almost 25. Yeah, I'll take this every day. Even though it is a gentle medium full, about 70% darkness in the palate, you do realize your body will process that you're getting a lot of nicotine. Smelling the aromatics on it, it's not a weak cigar. It has some potency to it. It just simply has been smoothed out through time before they rolled it. So like I said, should you buy a box of 10 or 20 of these? At the right price. What I recommend at one time, yeah, you celebrate, you want to go spend $20, $25 on any cigar, it's one time, right? But at the 20 count, 4 or 5 packs, for that price, for a regular person like me, you can't beat that. To have a great month of smoking Montecristos, and I'm going to enjoy the shit out of them. And every time I smoke this, I'm saving, $5 to $10 smoking mid-tier to upper mid-tier at a lounge. So I'll still occasionally buy a cigar at a lounge, like I did today. I picked up these 2 cigars, which will come down the pike. One I already reviewed, the other one I haven't. The one I have reviewed already, but I saw this for only $14, Pennsylvania. It's the Toro. It looks like a 6x54. This is the Liga Privada H99. Now, I haven't had that in a while, maybe a year or two. And what a hardy looking cigar, full pack. And they had that for $14 at a local shop. So I figured that price, I'll revisit that probably sometime this week. Also, they had something that I've never had. It's a Nicaraguan brand called the Eleanor Rose. And this cigar has like a Fuente-like Hemingway signature size with the Perfecto on that. And the cellophane on this was quite brown though. And so we'll see how age affected that cigar. And quite a full pack on that Nicaraguan cigar. So I know nothing about that brand. And I figured I'd give it a shot for posterity. I hope it's good. If it sucks, then I'll put out a warning. Sometimes my channel's great for guys to say, wow, this is a great recommendation. But I think it's even better when I put out a warning if something sucks. And so guys don't waste their time for it. In a way, this is a cigar library for information. It's not just cock jokes. There's cedar to this. There is some charred wood. There's a nice syrupy sweetness, like I said. There is some black pepper. Graham cracker notes to it as well. It's a nice complex cigar, and you're going to get those nice complex sweetness due to aging that tobacco before they sell it, which is fantastic. Holding that smoke, though, you're going to see more of a solid medium full, though. And the rich cedar really picked up holding that smoke. A lot of guys don't hold the smoke. They just puff and pass, and that's fine. But if you want to experience more out of a cigar, hold the smoke for a couple of seconds, and you'll see the true intent. So, anyways, I'm gonna end it on that. We're getting close to the not the end of the cigar. We definitely have about another inch to the last third, but I don't think there's going to be any more to really report. If there is, then I'll come back. And I can't say exactly I smoked this cigar slow because I've been really enjoying it. Some nuttiness kicking in right there. So good complexity, great draw, great construction, enjoyable. Where is this going to land in the realm of cigars? A 4.65. I think it's a solid cigar, right around that very good to amazing kind of mark. It's definitely reusable. I'm glad I got a 20-pack. I got 19 more to go, just relaxing, hanging out, just chilling. Nothing bad to say about these blends. Great construction. Is it worth it, the retail price at $20, $23? I think one time, you know what I'm saying? No, but, you know, it is an expensive cigar for most people, including myself. So I at the internet price, that's the win. That's the upswing. So you want to buy low and smoke high. So yes, delicious, yes. Inviting, although it's got some balls to it. Don't think it's such a comfortable cigar that you can just totally relax with it, because it's got enough of balls to get your attention. So not exactly a cigar to take over the moment, but not exactly a cigar just to relax and, it's requiring enough attention to go, okay, buddy, chill out. So maybe that's a bad thing, that it's not so strong and it's not exactly medium, but it's, I think it was good for the portfolio for the brand, because the 1935 went 2 full AJ, and on this one they gave the tobacco more time and some lower priming in the wrapper in this case, and you get more of a sweet, strong cigar without kicking your ass, but flavor's long and heavy. I got nothing bad to say about it. 4.65, that's going to be it for me. Very enjoyable. It was a good addition to Montecristo, a good addition for AJ Fernandez, and I think you should definitely check them out at these 5-packs, like I said, from Cigar Page. You really can't beat them at that price. I mean, to get this level of cigar for $5 a stick, it's a gift. It really is. It really is. It really is. I mean, you could spend $4 on a cold energy drink or some bullshit at a 7-Eleven. So for $5 to get this grand cigar with really great tobacco that was aged before you got it, aged properly, to give it this type of, if they would have given it less age, it would have been a much stronger cigar, less tamed. So a semi-tamed, strong cigar. That's how I describe it. I'm out of here. I wish you well. That's it. No cigars in prison.